We're on your side tonight, navigating Charlotte. There's no denying our city is growing. About 113 people move to Charlotte every single day. More residents means more drivers on the roads. And Charlotte ranks 35th in the nation when it comes to the worst traffic congestion. You were probably stuck in it today. And Mecklenburg County Commissioner at Large, Lee Altman, says there is a solution.
That means seriously committing to a plan for mass transit that supports a community of over 1 million people and growing.
Expanding mass transit like our bus routes, paratransit, and the light rail, we all know that comes at a cost. And the city has put together an ambitious mobility plan, and the price tag, it's pricey. It's about $13 billion. The question is, how are you going to pay for it? Well, one stream of revenue could come from adding 1% to the sales tax in Mecklenburg County, but that needs state approval. And North Carolina Senator Vicki Sawyer doesn't like the plan.
It feels also like that the city of Charlotte continues to spend millions and millions of dollars on these plans that are just not able to come to fruition. And so we're just worried about using taxpayer money to going down this dark hole of transportation, again, on promises made, but not committed to by the city of Charlotte.
Now, during the City of Charlotte Transportation Planning and Development Council Committee meeting this week, Council member Renee Johnson suggested another way to get some funding for the city's mobility plan.
In Asheville, they're doing something with the tourism funds, and they broadened the use of what can be done. And I was looking for that online. I've shared the article before, but I would like to take a look at that.
Now, Charlotte's hospitality fund is made up of money that mostly comes from the city's 1% prepared food and beverage tax. So this is the tax you pay on the food and the drinks when you go to a restaurant or maybe you go to a ball game. Now, this money can only be used by the city for certain projects that fall into 3 categories. The first is the convention center. This includes money for convention center facilities, amateur sports facilities and stadiums with more than 60,000 seats. Think Bank of America Stadium. Second on this list is tourism. This includes upgrades and maintenance for venues like the Spectrum Center and Blumenthal Performing Arts Center. The last on this list is the NASCAR Hall of Fame. The fund pays for facility and exhibit upgrades. Now again, there's a state statute mandating Mecklenburg County's hospitality funds can only be used for those 3 categories. So the city of Charlotte would have to work with the legislature to amend this to free up some of those funds. Now, some council members were receptive to Johnson's idea to look into reallocating the hospitality funds for transportations. Others not so much.
We need to have absolute clarity about what authority we actually have, because right now we've got those 3 buckets and their designation as to their eligible uses is very clear. I think it would take engagement from the business community generally to get the legislature to broaden the scope of the uses that are possible, but it's a conversation worth having.
I'm not on board with even talking about that, because I just think it doesn't solve the issue. Grabbing from one pot, which is narrowly tailored, singularly focused on travel and tourism to resolve infrastructure issues.
So right now up in the air whether this conversation will even be continued. But U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg on this program says he is open to allocating federal funds for Charlotte's mobility plan.
You know, I certainly expect that we will receive compelling applications from Charlotte for support for the future. We've supported transit there in the past. We're also supporting paratransit and rural transit around North Carolina. I would be shocked if we did not see some really good ideas coming in, and we will fund as many good ideas as we can.